I don't know what that... I just heard a sound, guys. What sound was, but I done heard it. How is it going, everyone? I hope you guys had a lovely, lovely evening. Milo, what is going on? Big thanks to you, Milo, yesterday for convincing Sir Bosch to raid us. That was super awesome. Got a lot of really cool followers out of that. I really appreciate it. On that note, Milo, I did... What up, little witchy thing? What up, logged out? I did get all those pictures for you. Kyle helped me out. I have to just crop them, and then I'll send them your way tomorrow. We got some good pictures for reference. Anything that I would want, we got. So we'll be sending those pictures to you tomorrow for sure. I put a speed on it. Kyle was bugging me about it too. So I was like, all right, we're going to knock this out. So got the pictures taken, just got to crop them, and I will have them ready for tomorrow. So little witchy things, how has your day been? Bump, 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 bump. All right, guys, we got to get ready here on Reddit. We're going to be doing, I can kind of show you. We're going to be sculpting some gashes. No, thank you, Milo. Thank you. So we have this acrylic plate that we're going to be sculpting the bullet wounds and the cuts and all that fun stuff on. It's just an acrylic plate. But I'm going to go over that a little bit more in a second once we get Das Reddit up and running. Wounds. Injuries. And injuries. What should we call that? SFX MakeUp, appliance, sculpting. What do I got? Did good. I have a little less than 2 hours of work left. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. I went through and tried to mark everyone that I knew that was an artist as an artist on Twitch. So, fuck. I should have put logged out as an artist too. Fuck. I had a lot of followers I had to go. They do not make, I really don't think they make the roles organization very, very easy to do. What else do we want to call it? Sculpting. It's not moulage. It's something like, call it injury effects. Injury. I think I spelled it right. Yeah, I did. Okay. Injury. It's weird. Start streaming. Cool, cool. One day, they need to add more badges, like a camera, hammer, and pencil and such. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be super down with that. What up, Reddit? What's going on? We're sculpting some cool shit today. Thank you for joining. Okay, guys. So let's go over what we're going to be working on here. A little outside our normal thing. First, I wasn't planning on sculpting. I didn't know how I was going to stream sculpting this. Usually I would have this flat on a table. But I thought for stream it would be easier to put on like a small easel. So that's what I made, guys. And look at this fancy small easel I made today. Made it like 45 minutes. This is just a mixing stick. What? Ba-bam! Sorry, I was really happy with it for the fact that I made it in such a small amount of time. So it'll work. So first things first, we're gonna be sculpting cuts, bullet wounds, some stuff like gore appliances, basically. Okay, we're gonna be using medium Chavant clay. This is tan color. Unfortunately, I will say that Twitch and a lot of other streaming platforms that I'm on right now do not appreciate seeing the pictures, so I will have my reference pictures off screen. They're a bit too gruesome for all of you guys to see, so sorry about that. But we are going to be doing basically gore appliances. The reason we're doing this is the biggest reason is, and we'll get to it in a second, but is a lot of people, when I've noticed on social media, have started using something called nose putty. And when you use nose putty to create effects, it's not permanent and you can't replicate it. So you would sculpt like a little bullet wound, say, on your hand, put makeup on it, and it would be good for a photo or something like that, but you couldn't replicate it. It's just it's a one-off. You scrape it off and you're done. It's called nose putty. They used to use mortician's wax to do this back in the day. But there's another way that's just as easy, which is to sculpt it all on a plate. This is a acrylic plate. It is very smooth. Blend all your edges, mold it out of ultracal, otherwise known as stone, otherwise known as plaster. And then you basically mold that, you have your mold, and then you paint latex in. We're gonna do all that. And then we're gonna spend a stream applying them. Like applying the makeup effects. I'll go over bruising color, matching skin tone, different materials you can use to do this. And this whole process is fairly inexpensive compared to other ways of doing it. So let's get started. Let's start with something super simple. We'll just do a bullet wound, okay? So when sculpting a bullet wound, so let's say someone gets shot. You know, you want to get a shot in the head, or someone gets shot in the arm, the hand, whatever. You need an entrance wound. An entrance wound is, believe it or not, they've gotten more accurate with this in movies recently, but an entrance wound is really simple. It's almost a perfect circle. It's almost a perfect little punch out of a hole in the flesh. Okay, it's the exit wounds. If and when the bullet exits the body is when there's a lot more flesh and gore and things like that. So this is how someone might even sculpt with nose putty, might sculpt a bullet wound. We're starting off with just a very simple snake, a very simple snake. This is like entry-level makeup effects stuff, okay? It's really basic stuff, but there might be some people out there that don't know about this, and it might be really helpful. We're gonna fit a few different injuries on this plate, so I'm not gonna take up a ton of space for either any single one of the injuries, so that we can mold the whole plate, and then we can pull as many appliances off of it as we want. Having a very smooth surface is, I won't say key, but it is important, okay? How far do we want? We can literally put this up here. We could do a few bullet wounds if we want to. So I'll be able to take it off and hopefully be able to show you guys. The other thing about appliances is that you want your appliances to be thin, okay? The thicker they are, generally the faker they look. But sometimes you do need a thickness to really exaggerate a level of depth, okay? Now, you could pour up a disc of plaster and sculpt on that. That's totally fine too. My first time doing this when I was like 13, I sculpted on chunks of wood just like this. It doesn't really matter, but if you have a nice smooth surface to sculpt on that's not going to get marred up or anything like that, it's advisable. So now what we're going to do is just feather this down. This is a bass guitar string rake, but it's just it's one of the lower guitar strings. I forget which one, and it's just gonna be a rake that we're gonna use to feather out the bullet. Once you have the mold made out of ultracal specifically, because you could make it out of other things, but let's say you made it out of ultracal like we're going to, you could you could pour gelatin in it. You could pour silicone in it. You could pour you can stipple silicone into it. We're gonna stipple latex into it because the whole point of me doing this is I want to show just how easy and cheap you can do this, as opposed to doing nose putty buildup. So nose putty you can pick up at like any MakeUp effects hobby kind of store or order it online. It's kind of the go-to, but you would basically take this same premise of what we're doing, you would just do it right onto your hand, maybe with some adhesive like spirit gum or Prozaid. I figured this was going to be like a nice little break from the snake demon lady sculpture. And honestly, I had a ton of fun doing these kind of things when I was a kid. The better blending edges you guys get now, the easier the appliance will go on later. And like I said, so an entrance wound is really, it's a very simple shape. It's a hole. You know, from a 10-foot, 6-foot distance, you're not even going to tell. Like, you could probably just literally you may not even be able to tell that there's something three-dimensional there. You want it to be pretty thin. But if you have an appliance too, depending on where it's going and things like that, you could sculpt more off of this in a certain direction that was thick enough that you could have put a tube through, right? So that the tube could feed blood, and then you could have that bleeding effect. And a lot commonly, if this is done on a head or something like that, the tube or the tube would be hidden under a false like flesh that would run up to someone's hair or behind their ear or something like that, so you wouldn't see it. Of course, static electricity, go away. So, I'll show you guys how thin it is right now. It is very thin, right? You know, show the other camera here. It's very thin. That's good. You want to keep it. You want to keep it thin. You want it to be big enough to feather out naturally, right? But not so big. Like, you wouldn't want this bullet hole, you know, to have the feathering being like, you know, this wide. You want to keep it reasonable. Yeah, honestly, I find oftentimes that, like, gore effects are a lot less interesting to make than most people think. Actually, I would say in general, gore effects in a portfolio for an effects artist, especially if there's a lot of fake blood, are pretty frowned upon. Just because, I mean, good gore isn't really that hard to create, because certainly it's covered by so much fucking blood that you can't really even see what the fuck is going on. The bullet hotel? The bullet hotel? What? Oh, hole. Sorry. You're right. It's a bullet hole. Very simple entrance wound. Again, I'm just going through and I'm leveling it out. I'm just making it really, let me see, let me show you guys, really super low profile. Barely noticeable, right? Right. So now what I might do, say you want some kind of texture in there, you can easily do that. You can add some texture, and that's what we'll do. So it's just not totally flat in there. There's something in there, right? Cool circle, bro. It's a bullet hole sense sticker. Hey, how's it going? Or it's a cool hole. It can be a cool hole, that's fine. Just kind of pushing these edges up just a wee bit. We'll smooth them back down. Trying to define that circle. An entrance wound is very much, like I said, it's supposed to kind of look almost like a cookie cutter. Now again, this is for your average bullet. Obviously, well, no, I think even if you were to say, like, take buckshot or something like that, it would be just a bunch of tinier holes. This would be a hole for a fairly decent sized bullet. A 22 is not going to make a hole this size, likely. That's like, it would make one probably 30-40% smaller than that. Where is my... There it is. So we're just going to add a little bit of texture. Face craters, yeah. We actually made abscesses when I was in school. It was really fucking creepy to make one. We got to fill it with pus. Now we were actually using nose putty to build them up on people, and then we would fill them with, was it toothpaste and like something else we mixed up? I forget what it was. And you could literally pop them. You know those really big, they're like big pimples, but they're not pimples. There's something else. I can't remember what they're called. And again, you know, when you put the makeup on this appliance, it's going to be so dark in here, you're not going to see a ton of it. But for if whatever reason you were doing a really up-close shot of a latex appliance, which would be very rare, usually it'd be like foam latex or silicone or something like that. Ooh, I could totally do a Baldi's appliance. That would be kind of fucking cool to do. Before I started doing what I've been doing for like the last 10 years, I actually worked at a company that did hyper-realistic military training. And so we did a ton of gore effects for the military out in Camp Pendleton and 29 Palms, naval bases. And they would practice, or they would hire amputee models and actors so that we could gore up their limbs and they could act like they were, you know, they lost a limb. And these guys, it was scary because mainly the training was for medics, right? And so you'd have these actors. It's crazy the amount of training they did. They do like controlled explosions and all this really cool shit. And then all of a sudden the medics would have to run in there and we'd be pumping like, you know, liters of blood, and they would have to tourniquet a wound, like a whole leg, before the blood ran out. And the actors would play the part so well. It was like, you know, basically being on the set of like something like Saving Private Ryan, and they're all done up in full, like totally convincing garb, and they're just screaming and crying and yelling for mama, and like it was truly an experience to behold. And we used a lot of stuff like this. We used gelatin a lot for burns. Burns was a really common thing. Burns happen in so many different forms of firefights and things, apparently. I don't know. I've never spent any time in the military, but I did spend a time around the military quite a bit. Just gonna kind of buck that up against. You know, once the mold's made for this, I can literally make, you know, as many of these as I want. The mold would hold up for a ton of replications, so... or what we would call runs, you know. To go ahead and move this camera in for you guys to see a little bit more here. There you go. everyone can see a bit more now while I'm working on it. I mean, it is small, so. Pus yum. Those deep ones with the white middles. Yeah. I was always picked on for being small. I'm trying to hold this in a place where you guys can kind of see what I'm working on. Like I said, this is some pretty entry-level stuff, so that, you know, I'll use my finger to kind of help smooth some stuff out here too. This kind of thing is so easy to do, you know, for really any project. It doesn't take a ton of skill, to be honest, but it's still fun. Maybe next week, if the mold is done, is when we'll actually spend a stream just applying these. You know, putting them on, taking them off. I won't do it to my face. I hate putting makeup on my face, but I will totally put them on my hands. And it doesn't have to be a bullet wound at that point. I can put it right, you know, right here, and all of a sudden I was, you know, crucified. I guess that'd be my wrists, but either way. I can turn the music down. That's not a problem at all, Milo. I start mumbling. That's the problem. That should help a little bit. Oh yeah, it's all good. Got it all fixed up for you. Excuse me. Yeah, let's take a look at how thin that is, okay? Very, very thin. Hell yeah, practice makes perfect. Oh, and I picked up, made sure to start this stream with, let's see if I put this like right there. I'll move this just up a wee bit. There we go. There we go. A little bit closer for you guys. Made sure to grab some more canned air, guys, so we're good to go on that front. Excuse me. So this is the part that is really, you know, wanting to get your detail. You can freeze stuff really nice, you know? After canned heat, canned air, yeah. So that made that, you know, very warm from working in my hands to very cool. So the only thing I might do, and this is, like, again, the chances of you seeing this are really small, but let's, you know, if we're going to do it, let's do it right. I might kind of just start picking an area near the center. Kind of like make striations to the center of it. Again, the chances of any of this being seen are, you know, once you have your makeup on, are going to be really slim to none. Excuse me. Basically making a tiny little sphincter. You know, there won't, you know, there might be some random goobers in there, you know, like fleshy, fatty areas. So we're gonna torch this, And so what we want to do again is I'll cool it down again so that I can torch it without affecting it. So I don't know how well I'll be able to show this real quick. Again, very thin. I have my new torch. My old torch went bad, so we're gonna let that evaporate for a second. No, having your butthole shot would not be funny. That would be the opposite of funny. Not funny at all. So what that did was it just kind of fried a little bit of the inside, kind of made it shiny a little bit. Again, the chances of you actually seeing in there is going to be slim to none. Move it down, freeze that texture that we just put in there. Now we just have to add some skin pores. And that is easy. You guys have probably even seen me do it before. Leaving some of the striations from the rake it can help to do some breakup. Set it ablaze? I'm not setting it ablaze. No blazes are being set, okay? Yeah, I'll have to look up what Twitch's policy on fake blood. Otherwise, we might be able to, apply these, but then not add any blood to them, which is fine by me. You can still see how it's done, and honestly, adding blood is kind of the easy part. So we'll apply it and then do the makeup. Now, knowing where you wanted to put this bullet hole, like if it was for a predetermined, thing, you could absolutely change the skin texture to fix that. No, I don't random. Okay, I have started fires before, but it's not at random and it's always on accident. Which I guess if it's on accident, that does mean that it was, you know, slightly random to some extent, right? I think there's literally a term, I could be wrong, for making one of these. I think it's literally called like a wound plate, like an injury plate, like wound, because you can put a bunch, like I could go through and put like a bunch of different bullet holes, like smaller sizes, bigger sizes. This is so cool. Lifeguard legal, thank you so much. Making bullet wounds. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We'll do some cuts and gashes and stuff in a second. This reminds me of that scene from 13th Ghost where that big ass ghost is in the junkyard. And you could say his face. Yeah, and he also has, dude, I fucking love that movie. He also has the railroad spikes through his head. Oh, dude, we could sculpt a horn. You guys want to sculpt like a devil horn? That could totally be something you sculpt too. I love. I don't get a chance to do this very often, and I haven't done it in years. But I love doing it. It's fun. It's fun little sculptures. Yeah, 13 Ghosts is a great movie. Fucking Tony Shalhoub, fucking Matthew Lillard. Um, God, who's the daughter? She's a somebody. I forget her name. She was in the American Pie movie. God, now I want to watch that fucking movie, Artist Kitten. Or Little Witchy Things. God damn it! Pretty happy with this texture. We might add some really light, really light striations. I wanted to get this, like I said, as far as I can on here, and I don't want to have to do anything off stream, so you guys can see everything. All right, so I got two different cameras I have to show where we're at right now too. So first things first. I don't know if you guys can see all that light skin texture we just put in. It's very, very light, okay? Just little tiny blips. I have to watch it tomorrow. I might have to watch it immediately. No, I can't do that. I'm streaming with you guys. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So there's just a couple of things I see I want to fix real quick. So we got to cool it back off. Because of our just holding the plate, keeping our hands near the clay warms it up. We're doing such high detail stuff. We don't want to be messing around, messing up any of our sculpt with it being warm. This tool is great. I made this tip. It's very hard to see, but it's literally, I took a, what are they called? A push pin, right? And I hammered it out and sanded and yeah, hammered out the tip of a push pin so that it's like razor sharp right here, and it's very, very small, but it's still technically like a little tiny spatula, and it's very helpful for doing very fine skin detail. I have not. That was a God, what's it fucking called? I forget the production company, but I do. Yes, I knew that it was originally a movie, but I have not seen it. Castle. It was a Castle film. Oh, what's it fucking called? Oh my God, that's gonna bug the shit out of me. All right, oh dude, I'm happy you said that. I've actually never seen the Darkman movies all the way through. I think I've seen part of the first one. I need to check that shit out. Liam Neeson, I think, is the only time he's ever played a superhero. It's awful you're not missing. It's Liam Neeson. All right, yep. We're gonna do. I have another really special tool that I use for doing what's it called? Striation, like really thin striations. Do I have it in here? Is it gone? Is it gone? It's not gone. So I made this tool. It's two separate different things. It's like one's, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but one side is curved, but one side is like straight. And this is the high E string of a guitar, of not a bass guitar, but a regular guitar that I glued into some copper piping and then crimped. And they have a little bit of bend to them, like a little flex, you know, so they're super light. They sell tools like this, but they're not as good. They use a much thicker material, and it pisses me off, so don't use it. Yes, Liam Neeson did. You know what's funny? That was the one thing I thought of that I'm like that, but that's not a superhero. That's a god. He played a god as Zeus. Wait, who was he in The Mummy? No. Is he the mummy? Oh my god, you're right, it is. I don't know what the gauge of an E string is. I just know it's the high E string, meaning the highest note string. If you're holding a guitar. Yeah, he was the mummy. Holy shit, I never knew. I now that you said it, I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know that, yeah. That's crazy. I know my camera's having a difficult time picking all this stuff up, guys. I do apologize. This happens when you do Wii sculptures. And you can pat down these little boogers that come up. It kind of adds to a little bit more three-dimensional texture coming up from it. That's pretty much it. I'll show here Reddit the best I can. Its focal length on Reddit is tricky, but we'll show it there. And then you guys can check it out too. Bullet wound done. Let's do a horn. No, let's do a cut. Let's do a gash. Let's do a gash first, okay? Again, I'm a big fan of making your appliances as thin as possible. Use MakeUp to help create depth. That movie started my obsession with masks, I believe. The Mummy? Or Darkman? Okay, so no, we're gonna do, let's do a stab wound. It's gonna be different than a cut. Darkman, okay. That's right, I totally forgot that he does that, you're right. So again, we're going to start with a coil. Let me get a pretty decent sized stab wound, I think. So stab wound or puncture wound can kind of, it can be pretty wide. It can get pretty wide, but it's still usually kind of, you know, like if you're just like maybe Rambo stabbed him, right? Let's try and keep it a little bit away from our bullet wound. It always starts out with them coils, guys. It always starts out with those coils. You probably move. Hold on a second, Reddit. I'm going to move you a little bit here so you can see a little bit better. There we go. We might have to add a little bit more thickness to this to try and get some depth of some layers of stuff like fat or something along those lines coming out. I should be noted that you do lose some detail during the molding process, but it's not a ton. It's probably too much to ask for that. To have like a cool bass drop that just happened. That would have been awesome. Did you really? Motherfuckers need to learn what they're advertising to. How cool it would be to be able to pick your own companies that you run ads for. Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. Like I would love that. Have you guys ever heard of Liquid Death Water? They're not a sponsor. I'm not cool enough to be sponsored, but have you guys heard of that water company, Liquid Death? Comes in cans. Bad dragon heads all over your channel. They don't. You mean monster cocks, little witchy things. If you haven't done your research, go to Monster Cocks. Do you see my shirt? Go there. Monster Cocks. I think it's .com or it's monster underscore or monster-cocks.com. Go. Do yourself a favor. Puts Bad Dragon to shame. I know this maybe looks questionable, guys, what we're sculpting. Just saying there's an opening. What did I come into? Although it doesn't look like it right now, that's a bullet wound, okay? This is going to be a cut, but now that I'm looking at it, we should have done a horn. We should have done a horn next, guys. No, it is. It is. It is, I promise you. Not a cut. Sorry, what did we say? Stab wound. This is a stab wound, not a cut. And again, we are building this one up more, so it's going to be thicker than our bullet wound. As an entrance wound, we need this one to be, we want to show a little bit more depth. Shh! What are you doing, Turtle Forge? Man, that would be such a fucking shame. Oh, it's definitely something used to getting stabbed already. Oh my god. How are renovations going? Forged, Mr. Turtle. We are making a wound plate. It's going to have a variety of like cool little appliances that we can make, and then we'll maybe next week or the week after spend a stream just applying them, and I'll show you my knowledge when it comes to applying small appliances for fun. You know, creeping out your friends and family on Halloween or whatever. Boom, bing, boom, bing. Oh, I ordered the wrong side's desk. Oh no! Oh no! Oh shit. Fuck. I have to do this. Artists, or, little witchy things. I don't know if you know this, Turtle, but now you can apparently tag the emotes that people use to see where they came from. And I gotta mark you as an artist in my community. Apparently you can now do an artist badge, which is really cool. This all happened, or supposedly happened yesterday. Little Witchy Things told me about it. I don't know. She was messing around with doing the tags on the emotes, but I don't know what luck she had. I think I managed to alter my initial plans, and I think the new revamp plan will work better. Ah, yeah. At least another day now to implement. Oof. No fun. It is no fun at all. I honestly hate moving, renovating, rearranging. My feng shui stays the same once I move into a place. I don't mess with it. I'm building this one out quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I know that like right now, my hands weren't covered in clay. On my end, I could go into my roles, like go into community and then go into, is it roles manager or something? And I could mark you as an artist. So at least when you showed up in my community, you would get an artist badge. I think it's the little, if you look in chat, Little Witchy Things has 2 badges. She has the VIP badge, and she has that other little blue one, it looks like. That is the artist badge, I believe. Community roles under stream. Yeah. But that's for marking other. What did you end up doing with the emotes you made? Did you have to go in and like tag them or something like that? funny too, because I think you were hanging out with us yesterday in stream, and then literally, I swear it was like right after you left is when Little Witchy Things brought it up, and I was like, no shit, what? Oh, I went into emotes, and when you click on them, in the little sidebar, there's a spot at the very bottom where you can type in a person's name and they will pop up. And then the person has to approve it. That's pretty fucking cool. Rock on me, though. That was a very passionately made little video. That's pretty cool. So I think I could, once I figure it out, I think I could go into like the ones you made for me and then link you in them, and then I'm guessing you would have to approve it. I think that's how it works, judging from what Witchy Things just said. You are so serious. It's a little bit of a different video there, Milo. You know, I kind of have to be serious. I thought I... Didn't I... You don't think I came off friendly? I thought I came off pretty friendly. Right. Shit. Yeah, I'll definitely do that then for Turtle. That'll be a cool way. Maybe that'll help you get some, you don't already have enough clientele, right? Yep. But man, these are awesome. Friendly but serious. Yeah. I made that video like 2 years ago, I think. You can find a couple of good interviews with me, and you can find a shit ton of videos about the company. If you go on YouTube, you go down the rabbit hole, you look up reviews and see people freaking out over the products, like in a great way. Like, man, you look in the nooks and crannies of YouTube, you will find me. Hey, knock on wood. I'm knocking on some wood right now. So again, guys, this one, it's not a cut. We're looking for more of a stab. This is more of like a stab wound, okay? And because this is basic, this tool is basically a, it's a bent, what is the name of that type of saw? This is a saw blade that they just heated up and bent to make like a scrapey rake tool. Technical term. I don't know. I found you pretty easily. Even on the, what is it, Fiverr, whatever. You were one of the first, I think, that came up. But I'm not going to lie. I was looking for someone in... So one of the filter aspects on Fiverr, whatever, is, I believe... is you can specify where you, like, what part of the world they're from. And I specified that I wanted to be working with someone. That's because we were meant to be. I was looking for someone in the US. And when you type that in, that narrows down your searches quite a bit. So they must have a lot of people that are on there from overseas. You are my destiny. Oh, you have one too, little witchy things? That's cool. Yep. Forge broke my Fiverr cherry. I had never used it before. It was the guy, Black Phillip, who helped me build my computer. He told me when I was struggling making my emotes and just getting super pissed off, he's like, dude, why don't you just go to Fiverr? I was like, what is this magical thing? So again, all right, so I just want you guys to see that there's already, let me back that up, a little bit of a depth difference first here. You can see that I'm showing Reddit first here, but there's already, you see one is much thicker than the other, right? That's because we really want to get the depth of this. Try competing with incredibly talented artists that have a fourth of the living. Dude, you don't have to tell. Dude, I know that fight in a completely different arena, but I know that fight. I'm too expensive. Well, hey, fuck yeah. I'm stupid expensive. It's probably a big part of why I don't take commissions. I give kudos to the people out there selling themselves like Turtle, like it's a hustle. It is a fucking hustle. Being an artist is one thing, but then also to have to sell yourself, no bueno. No bueno at all. Excuse a limit towards people looking for services on the cheaper end of things. I think I've just priced myself out of the... Good, dude. Keep doing it. Price yourself out of the fucking algorithm. Let people fucking get... You know what? You get what you fucking pay for. I am being careful not to scratch the acrylic plate right now. Should be noted. Fuck yeah. Stink wrinkle. Oh my god, Black Phillip. Yeah, dude, we're doing appliances. This is a bullet wound. We already did. We finished this one already. This is going to be like a stab wound. Some fun stuff for people to do on the, you know, for cheap kind of thing. If they want to do fun, like little appliances out of latex or something. We'll probably spend next stream or next week's stream or the stream after applying them, going over some makeup techniques and just a fun, affordable little thing you could do for Halloween, or like if you ever just want to have fun. I love doing this stuff. It only took us, what, 30 minutes, 35 minutes to do the bullet wound. I was just talking about you, Black Phillip. It was all good things, I swear. How's your evening going, sir? Actually, now that I think about it, more time has passed than I thought has. I guess time flies when you're having fun with such quality company. It was hot today. Glad to be home. Yeah, it was getting toasty out there, dude. I'm gonna probably tomorrow, since I won't be streaming tomorrow, I'm gonna be downloading. I'm gonna get Steam set up though for Devour, so that if you're down for it Saturday, whenever you're available, we'll get on and get scared like little girls together. It sounded really bad, but like, you know, get scared. We'll get scared together is what I meant to say. Oh yeah, let's go for shizzle. Ooh, you know what we should do? Should make this like a knife stab, right? One side should be more dull, right? Right. On the suggestive sculpting for sure. Thanks a lot, Forge. Oh wow, Black Phillip, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But you didn't. You didn't have to do that. You're so nice. Black Phillip, you're the best. The best of the best. But I gotta change that out, huh, guys? I need to get on with the times for a better update for that. That classic Twitch sound is old. But again, thank you, Sir Evil Goat Man. Put that up just a bit. I don't know. Shame. I don't know how often he I don't know how often he streams. I see some of his stuff every now and then. I am gonna definitely, guys, have to go to my reference pictures, which you can't see. Because Twitch would not want you guys to see it. to narrow. It's getting kind of big here. See how wide it's spreading. We shouldn't. Oh, Jesus fucking shit! Oh my god! Whew! I thought that was Black Phillip. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh. Well, for that, you guys don't get to look at my hands for a second. Dude, Milo got me good last night, too. Creepy fucking sounds. Oh my god, what did you post to Discord? Help. That's a creepy hand, Ryan. That's a creepy fucking hand you posted to Discord. It's very colorful. I'm on for mine tonight. Oh, don't. Come on, guys. I'm gonna need a fucking new heart. A new heart by the end of this. It's the bell. That one particularly, the bell right, like at the beginning. Don't get me wrong, hearing fucking Pinhead's voice is plenty scary, but that fucking weird, like, dong, like right at the beginning of that shit. Oh my god. Oh, did you guys hear? Is it Hulu or HBO or something? There's a new Hellraiser movie coming out where Pinhead's becoming a lady. It's gonna be Mrs. Pinhead. Is gonna be the new Pinhead. And then HBO's doing a show, I think. Maybe it's Hulu that's doing the movie. And HBO that's doing... Wait, HBO doing the movie, or the show, and Hulu doing the movie. I'm down for that. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed. I don't know if you guys watched the last Hellraiser, but it was interesting. The last Hellraiser, I believe it was the last one, actually had the like angel versions of Cenobites. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I can't watch the movies past 3. Don't even talk to me about 3. 3 was Bloodline was good. I loved Bloodline. It's some cheesy effects during the space sequences, but Bloodline was good. Yeah, the newest one kind of lets you meet the, like, essentially the angel, the opposite of a Cenobite. So if Cenobites are like fucking, you know, the rulers of hell or the demons, you meet an angel version of them. Okay, don't watch the rest of them because they start to get really weird. I would say Hellraiser 1 and 2, then watch Bloodline, which is, I still think is a good one. So 1, 2, Bloodline, and then Inferno, which takes the series in a completely different direction, but is still super good. I think Inferno was well done. It's like a more of a detective kind of movie. You can skip over Deader, Hellworld. Those are interesting, but they're kind of lame. And then the newest one is like a whole new take on it too. Very creepy. I'm not super familiar with that. Berserk, that's like an anime thing, right? I mean, let's be real. The Cenobites in general have done a lot to inspire a great many things. Clive Barker's designs, you know, the whole tortured soul thing, you know. All right, gotta look at my disturbing reference pictures that you guys can't see for a second. Bum 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 bum. Well, this will be interesting to do. I think I will sharpen this up a wee bit. So this stab wound, I'm envisioning more being in like a... What is up, A Steel? Shit, know me by name. Do I know you? I feel like I should know you. Although I call myself Mike on here, so I guess you could be anywhere. But anyways, what's up, A Steel? What's going on? Yeah, for physical effects, that scene with Frank is probably one of my all-time favorites. Stop motion animation. But yeah, I've been here before. Sorry, man. I have a shit memory. But yeah, it is. Is it my? Yeah. Okay. Cool. What's going on? How's your afternoon going? Evening. I have no idea what time it is where you are. It's in the evening time for me. We're hopped up on Pacific Punch, Monster, caffeine, sugar drink. "20 more minutes of freedom. Woo woo." Okay, guys, what I think I'm going to try to do for this is we're going to try and lay another coil along here and along here. So we'll have the skin, and then it will end, and then there will be like kind of similarly to what we had here. Kind of. 30 over here on the East Coast. Got paid a week off. Dude! Jim Beam and Star Wars video games. That sounds like a good fucking time. 100 left. Oh no. Milo, you're creeping up on me. I know what you're going to do. You're going to scare me. You know how bad you would feel if I died from a heart attack from being frightened by my own audio alerts? Don't make me raise the price, Milo. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll make it 8 billion points. I wouldn't do that. But I'll think about it a lot. That'd be accidental manslaughter. I don't know. These are fair questions that all you should be fucking asking. So I'm kind of really focusing on the inside of this first, because I'll likely kind of mess up this other, like this edge if while I'm doing this, and I don't want to have to keep resculpting it. So if I fix the inside up the way I like it, and then smooth everything out, we'll be good. Could I be held liable from this? Nah, dude. You were drinking Jim Beam, just having a good night. No worries there. Yeah, maybe we'll... We're gonna have to get my other... So, dude, it's just like this one. This one, these are designed the same, but I put a bend into this one, so it makes it a little bit easier to get into certain areas. What Star Wars video game you playing? Or maybe you were watching Star Wars while playing a video game? I don't know. Dude, my favorite Star Wars game when I was growing up was fucking Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. I don't know if anyone here played that or if I'm just showing my age. Old Republic MMO, like World of Craft, but in space. Oh, okay. Lightsabers greater than blasters. Fuck yeah. Lightsabers are awesome. Yeah, I used to get down. I really liked. It's crazy because I was never really a huge Star Wars fan. But I love the games. Jedi Power Battles was awesome. And Rogue Squadron was really fun. I think Rogue Squadron was N64, I think. Love that game. Then I played Jedi Power Battles after Rogue Squadron. I think Star Wars games probably are some of the best games made from movies. They usually suck when they make games from movies, but they did a good job with Star Wars. That's what I'm saying. Not a lot of other movies translate that well into video games, or just done really shittily, you know. But I feel like Star Wars, it's got to be budgetary. Like maybe because Star Wars has just always been such a massive IP that they've always been able to afford to make really good fucking games. Yeah, you did tell me, but I forgot because, as I said, I have a shitty memory. I know I was excited for you, and we talked about coloring books, and then you admitted to wearing footy pajamas. And after you admitted to wearing footy pajamas, I didn't make fun of you. Dude, so like Battlefront, it's another example. I've never played Battlefront, but I had friends that were super fucking into it. Have you guys ever had those cuts? Like I one time I cut my finger open with a X-Acto blade, and it was like a deep cut slash stab like right here, and it was bleeding pretty bad. And like when I went to put the band-aid on, it kind of pinched my finger, and literally saw like fatty tissues kind of like come out of the cut. It was fucking terrifying. Oh my fucking God, Milo, was that you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking, oh, you're Black Phillip. Okay, how fucking fast are you guys able to fucking get 1,000 goddamn channel points, okay? Seriously. Say I've ever cut myself that badly. I nearly cut a finger off though, kept it bandaged up and just stitched it back together. Fuck yeah, badass. Are you drawing the cell? The cell? I'm not drawing anything. These are appliances. We're sculpting them. This is a bullet wound. This is a cut. It's a fun, cheap way for people that if they want to do some cool at-home effects, this is what they can do. If they don't have a huge budget, these are really fun little projects to do. Laughs in 33K. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, suck it up, Black Phillip. Jesus. So because we went thicker, it gave me more room to kind of build out some of this muscle and fatty tissue. It does look like those things, I'm aware. Trust me, the irony of choosing to do these things next to each other did not escape me. Yeah, no, video games have come a really long way. I'm very, very, very happy that is the case. Been playing through the new Evil Dead game on stream here and there. And then this weekend I played through it quite a bit. It's a lot of fun too. It's not bad. It's very Dead by Daylight, very Friday the 13th. How do you know that? Wait, how do I know what? This question is vague. I don't know what you mean. Huh, I don't know what I know. There we go. Okay, we're gonna torch this here a second, just to kind of see if that. Sometimes adding that torch really kind of helps do some of the work for you. That alcohol torch is the best thing to lit a 420. This is, wait, this is not an alcohol torch. This is a propane? Butane? Butane torch. Up a little bit closer for you guys to kind of see. So that actually helps quite a bit. It like softened this edge right here. Dig it. I dig it. Still rough, right? We got to do skin texture and stuff and add a little bit more. Right, I use, I have an alcohol lamp that I use for wax sculpting. The ones that you just kind of fill with alcohol and just let burn and like heat up your tools. Those work really nice. Okay, we just torched this. We gotta cool it back down before we start sculpting again. It's gonna be goo. We don't want the goo. We don't want goo just being gooey. You can perfectly throw a flame where you want. Huh. Yeah, I've never messed around with like an actual torch that was alcohol before. Where is my fucking... There it is. So yeah, we'll do a horn next. After this one's done. But like I said, this one still seems a little big. You know, look at it from the side here. Yeah, we're gonna reduce it a wee bit here. Remember, you want it big enough to fade out, but you don't want it so big that you don't need it to be any bigger than it has to be. All over nowhere. I have a butane torch just because I like this brand. It's called Burnzomatic. I've never used an alcohol torch. A few different people are talking about that now. I've never used an alcohol torch. This works really well. Oh, so another thing is, I can show you guys real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if you guys can see the flame, okay? If I do this, oh, it's not doing it. Weird. Usually, I don't know if you can see, like, there it is. See? It turns to a normal flame, right? So I like that. It gives me a little bit more control. I like this brand a lot. This clay doesn't dry. It's oil-based clay, so it stays malleable for a very, very, very long time. Very, very long time. A squishable torch. I feel like I'm losing my mind. What do you mean squishable torch, Milo? I've never used a squishable torch. We're gonna mold. We are gonna mold this out of a product called UltraCal 30, which is a type of plaster. It's also known as stone. We have our bullet wound, a cut. We're gonna make a horn. We're gonna make a few different little appliances so people know how to do this stuff at home if they're interested. Usually, my projects when I stream are much larger, full head appliances, figure sculpting. But I figured it would be a lot of fun to do something that other people could just do at home for little to no cost. This is the clay I'm using right here. It's a block of clay. This maybe costs, I think, like $6 to $10. It's called Chavant. It's a medium firm. It's pretty awesome. I'll wait. Yeah, and then we're gonna again, to the cheapest way, we're gonna use latex to make these appliances. Hey, playing dress up, you know, doing cosplay, whatever, you know, if you want to do a scary thing. All right, hold on. Holy fucking shit, I didn't even know that's a thing. I have never seen this. I'm gonna have to check this out, Milo. I have never seen something like this. Sorry, guys, I'm bumping the camera. Huh. That might work better for some things. Wait, what the hell? I don't even know. Music? What the shit? Where's my fucking... Here we go. Oh, it's because I... Hold on a second, guys. I gotta find... Put some tunes on there for you. There you go. Bam. What started me into this? My dad was an artist. He did some special effects stuff back in the day, and this is kind of actually a lot of fun because this is how I kind of got my start. When I was about 11, I started doing stuff like this. This was some of my first types of projects. It's like cool plates with all these different like wounds, and you know, you can go to like Halloween stores and buy these things all the time, but making your own is a lot of fun. And you can make as many as you want. You know, you don't have to. Once the mold is made, you can cast as, you know, like an infinite amount of latex appliances. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check it out, dude. What do you, other than other than 420 Milo, do you use it for anything? With your sculpture? I'm gonna guess not. I mean, although I guess it could help dry your clay if you needed that to happen. You always made your own from scratch? Yeah, that's what it's about. I love making, you know, you can, like I said, you can buy this stuff, but why buy it if you can make it? I mean, the way I look at it is a bag of Ultra Cal, which is huge, by the way. It's like a 50 or 100 pound bag of Ultra Cal is like $30. And that's enough to make hundreds of molds. Block of clay is like 10 bucks, little less. You can probably pick up liquid latex from a few different places for pretty cheap. I mean, and it with just that, so figure 50, 60 bucks, and you can make tons and tons and tons of appliances, you know, like a lot of different ones. For those of you who don't know, this is also called like creating a feathered edge. Okay, a feathered edge. Yeah, I stream regularly. You can find if you look on the thing that's scrolling past, you can find me on Instagram, Twitch. We have better cameras going. Unfortunately, Reddit only allows like a certain quality, but I'm constantly streaming my stuff, so you can check it out. Twitch, YouTube, even if you're not a fan of Twitch, I stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Reddit pretty regularly, but Reddit is pretty limited, so just a heads up about that. I don't know why I'm talking into this mic when really I should be talking into the mic over here by this camera, but if you guys check out any of those scrolling medias, you'll find me. Oh, I bet it works great with Monster Clay. Why do I know that name? Why do I know that name, Black Phillip? Are you talking about the movie or are you talking about the show? Only Reddit and Discord, lol, lame. What, you only use Reddit and Discord? I have a Discord, I just don't stream to it. But you can go on YouTube. You don't, you know, like everyone can go on YouTube. Wait, the new Batmans or the new Batman? Like the newest Batman? Astrotopography. What the fuck are you talking about, logged out? Is that like space photography? Astrophotography. Space, you're going to take pictures of the moon, aren't you? Yeah. Hey, where you live, you probably have like minimal light pollution. It's probably dope as shit. I thought that was Christopher Nolan directed them. Did he not write them as well? Dark Knight and The Batman Begins. All right, so here's the dealio. Dark Knight, Black Phillip, you're gonna hate me probably, dude, but like Dark Knight to me literally ranks up there for one of my favorite movies. Top 20 probably. Yeah, I know you like The Dark Knight. I didn't Batman Begins didn't really care for. It was all right. But I don't know. But did you answer my question? Is it for the movie or the show? Is he writing for the movie or the show? Because HBO's doing a show, and there's a movie coming out on Hulu. So, guys, did our creepy music end? Did our creepy music end? I think it ended. For the movie, okay. We'll see. If it's a big budget, we'll see how they do. For all I know, it's a revamp. I haven't heard anything about the movie, like what it's going to be about or anything like that. I mean, I'm kind of okay if they really want to totally just redo it. Let's see where they land. Let's see what we got, guys. So this will be all right. The first Blade? I didn't know that. Jesus. Well, let's be real. Blade, the first one, best superhero movie ever. Doesn't get the credit. Oh, no, yeah, for sure, but... Dude, okay, guys, calm down with your fucking original Hellraiser boners, okay? All right? The first one is the best. It's awesome. It was revolutionary. It was great, okay? But the other Hellraiser movies are good, too. Not all of them. Most of them are shit. But some of them are really good. I loved Hellraiser Inferno, and that was a completely new vibe on it. I loved it. And I will still stand by that Bloodline is a great movie, too. I don't like the space aspect of Bloodline, but the fact that it literally tells about how the lament box, I think it's what it's called, or the configuration was made. Yeah, it's called like the lament configuration, I think. I have not been to a Horror Hound Expo. I have been to other types of expos like Monster Palooza and stuff, and I am familiar with Horror Hound, but I have never been to a Horror Hound Expo. I feel like that's Canadian based, isn't it? Could I be wrong? Am I wrong? Clive Barker. Dude, Black Phillip, do you like Clive Barker's two-dimensional paintings? If you've ever seen them. He has an interesting painting style. That's what he's really been into late, like in the latter part of his career. Is, I think, acrylic paintings. Yeah, they're trippy shit, dude. Have you read any of the books? Like, did you read The Hellbound Heart, which is what Hellraiser's based on? I went in Ohio or Pennsylvania. It's been years. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be. I thought that Horror Hound was out of Canada, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, dude. Or what is it? Have you seen Rawhead Rex? That interesting film based on his movies. Or his books. Rawhead Rex was a short story but turned into a full-length feature in the 80s, late 70s. And then nope, I'll check. Dude, it's bad. The movie is really bad, but it's from his Books of Blood, I think. It was like the combination of some of his short stories. And then fucking, I think my favorite book of his is it Dreamweaver? I think it's called Dreamweaver. It's about I literally think it's if memory serves me, I read it when I was really, really young. I don't remember. It's like a fancy tapestry, like that has a bunch of like monsters designed into it, start coming alive and killing people or something. I don't know. It's been a really long time. I know Matt hung out with Black Phillip hung out with Clive Barker. He had contacted us to work on a project way back in the day before my time even. And I know Matt got to go chill with him up at his house in LA. Super jelly there, man. That would have been fucking awesome. Dude, it sounds like fun. Yeah, I don't go to convention. I met Doug, I saw Doug Bradley. I didn't actually talk to him. He was a really nice guy. But at Monster Palooza the year that I went, he's pretty cool from what from everyone I do know that has met him, about like talking to his fans and stuff like that. Yo, logged out. Share it in, if you can. Share it in Discord. If you can. I'm trying not to do links in chat. Dude, you can tell that you know Kyle. You and him. Bet. I gotta embrace that. Every time someone says something, I'll be like, bet. I'm gonna do it. It seems to be the cool thing to do. Oh, okay, cool. What? God hand. No, don't play anything. Don't you play anything. Click the image. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. It's very Hellraiser-y, very Cinnabites. Dude, I don't know, Black Phillip, if you're there tomorrow, remind me about Hellraiser and to show you something you will get a kick out of. I have a really cool fucking book that you might want to check out. It's pretty awesome. I think I still have it here at the studio. Is Berserk the one that they just did like a live action to and everyone was really fucking piss poor sore about it? Wasn't there an anime they recently did and everyone got super angry about it? Or is that just like all the anime? What area are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm from the Midwest originally, and I am, I've lived on the West Coast now for over 12 years. No, that was Cowboy Bebop. Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry, yeah. So yeah, I'm on the West Coast now. In the heat. But I did go to college in Pennsylvania. So I spent some time in the Midwest and the East Coast. Although parts of Pennsylvania I don't think have any right being called the East Coast, but yeah. Like, Pennsylvania is fucking huge. Why are they calling that shit the East Coast? torch this again, guys. We're fans of the lovely torch situation. Let's cool it down first. And cool it down. Yeah, we're gonna do a horn next for sure. Back at you, Milo. I will be sending you pictures tomorrow. I'm sweating your butt cheeks off. Yeah. Yeah, it's really fucking cold. You can literally freeze water with it. But when you turn it upside down, all the liquid in the can rushes to the down here. It rushes down here, and it fucking freezes shit. Fortunately, it just doesn't last that long. Hugs, Milo. Have fun. Sleep well. Get your rests. And thank you for sharing with us little witchy things that you have sweaty butt cheeks. Actually comes out really cool. And actually the heat, yeah, exactly, because it will do bad things to your PC. What's my favorite thing to make? That's a good question. Anything. I love sculpting. I think that's a fair question. It's like, what's my favorite part or project? What is my favorite stage of every project to work on? Sculpting is my favorite stage. Like, we're gonna spend a stream of me doing makeup with these, like applying these to, you know, like my hand or whatever. That is my least favorite thing to do. But for you guys, I'll make an exception. But I love sculpting. Anything sculpting. Yeah, I thought I was pretty original, but technically it's like lighters. Have you ever noticed like big lighters, if you hold them upside down and hold the trigger, you can kind of feel like little cold spots hitting your hand. I don't know if you ever messed around with that. It's similar to that. You guys ready? Oh, you know what we're gonna do? See, now with this one, we have some pretty long striations. I'm just going to quickly kind of go in and break these up with some different directions so that when we go through, we're not fighting against symmetry of these random little lines. It'll help break it up, make it look a little bit more natural. Look at those nice feathered edges. Yeah, I think what attracts me to special effects as an idea is that it's like art with some pretty clearly stated utility. You know, like I get to sculpt, create this cut that I can apply to my hand that will give the essential effect that I have a cut. You know, like that's versus, although I do still do art that's like, you know, put on a shelf or whatever, but I like special effects because there's like a utility behind it. I feel like Milo is going to be lurking in the backgrounds, ready to pounce on me with a scary Terminator sound alert or something like that. You guys know what's going to happen. Like this whole going to bed is just a ruse, you know? is to lure me into a false sense of security. Ever used one of your special effects cuts to fake an injury? Never on a serious level, no. Just for, you know, what it would be intended for. Special effects, you know, for photographs or movies, things like that. I think the worst I ever did was I convinced my mom when I was like 10 that I had a bloody nose by shoving strawberry syrup up my nose and letting it drain down. She fell for it because she's silly, but she did fall for it. Chill out. I'm silly too, carry on. It's all good. Silliness is awesome. No, no worries at all, NK. This is called Chavant. It's a oil-based clay. And this one is medium firmness. So not hard, not soft, it's medium. And it is, the color is tan. Here, I'll type it in chat for you. I think it's Chavant. I believe this is. I think I just sent it. I think that's a Chavant with a T. You should be able to get it like on Amazon and stuff like that. Yeah, no problem. I love this stuff. So right now we're just going through, adding some really, you know, generic skin texture like we did with the bullet wound. With just household items? It's funny, we actually, when I was in school, we had to create an effect using, like food. And I'm trying to think if anyone tried anything. You know, honestly, you'd need clay of some sort either way, I think. Well, it depends. Again, this is, you know, this is for special effects, right? So the whole concept behind the term is it's an effect. So it depends on the audience. Are you trying to fool someone from 10 feet away? Are you trying to fool someone from a foot away? Fuck, man. Are you trying to fool someone that is 6 inches away? You know, these are all things you have to take into consideration when designing an effect. Something like this would probably fool someone, you know, 6 feet away, I would say. Maybe. Well, we're going to make it out of latex, so it's not going to be super awesome. But if these got poured out of silicone or something like that, they would be really awesome. Fancy dress. Oats. Yeah, I mean, you can get away with a lot of stuff. Latex is super easy to come by, though. If you did latex, you could do latex buildups. If you didn't want to get into the whole, you know, making a mold situation. Nose putty is also an option. It's, you know, I'm trying to show that you can do this for pretty cheaply. But when I do my makeup stream and go over how to apply these, I will probably show other options that people can do if they don't want to sculpt something. Again, like I said, guys, over on Reddit, if you can jump over to YouTube or Twitch and give me a sub or a follow, I would greatly appreciate it. I gotta show love to my Reddit fam. That's why I stream on Reddit. But anything you can do to help me build my community of people interested in special effects would be fucking. I'd be so appreciative. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I would drop you. Fuck. I would drop my Discord. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Un momento. Un momento. Wait, hold on. All right, here you go, dude. Just dropped it in chat. We're just making skin texture, guys. Making some skin texture. Read all about it. Sculpting skin texture, in my experience, is a lot like Photoshop. I know it sounds weird, but like you do it in layers. So you add a basic layer down like this. And there are easier ways to do this. I just really like this effect. Everyone has their own style, but I like to go through, use a ballpoint stylist. It's a really small tip. To go through and add, you know, a very controlled stylus pattern. We'll go through with that little rake tool again. It's that little tiny one with all the little tiny wires. We'll use that to put some striations in for the skin. Maybe we'll do one, maybe on the other plate, or I have two of these acrylic plates that I'm sculpting on, where we could do one with cutting edges. So maybe it would be more made for gelatin or something where you squish, do a squish mold together. That'd be pretty cool. And for anyone wondering, we will, excuse me, be jumping back to the Snake Lady appliance soon enough. Soon enough. I just want to be able to do some cool, smaller appliances. I think it's just fun. Man, Reddit's so unforgiving with the color of the light. It's like, hey, welcome to my yellow light room. It's so weird. It's fucking weird. Thank you so much, computing username. I'll catch you there. You're working on something you want to share, please do. I'm new to the whole streaming thing. We started doing it in January with some like on YouTube streaming like how-to life casting, and that was a lot of fun. We've done 2 life casting streams now. It's a hoot. Yeah, that's why I try. That's why I try and get people to come over from Reddit. This is it's a little bit. Everything is a little bit nicer over here, a wee bit. You can see my lovely mug, you know. Noah, how is your evening going? Is it pretty awesome? Are you enjoying your Wednesday evening? Just need to get more people like you. While you edit. Logged out. What are you editing right now? Enjoy the regulars. Yeah, dude, I love streaming. This is ample entertainment, you know? That's awesome. I love being ample entertainment. Wait, did you already tell me what you were? A few photos, okay. Yeah, I got a big old photo shoot coming up here in about a month. I got to rent out a photo studio for like fucking, oh God, it's going to be 3 or 4 days. Just product photography. I'm like, I love doing photo shoots. I just hate setup and strike. But that's what I got Kyle for. Fun times. Sometimes it's a very fun time. Other times, not so much. You know, I actually prefer product photography over most other forms of photography. I like the controlled setting aspect of product photography. You know, setting your lights up and fully controlling every aspect of the area. Wait, mask texture. What are we talking about, Artist Kitten? Like a layer mask? God damn it. I suck at names. I suck at names, guys. It's like, oh, little witchy things. It's just been like a month that you've been little witchy things. And I'm just terrible at it. I wish I had pictures of my old scars and like bullet wounds and stuff like that that I sculpted, so I could see, you know, when I was like, what did I say, like 11 or 12, something like that when I first sculpted them. It'd be super awesome to see the differences between those now. Painting a mask and it has lots of texture. I'm trying to paint and it looks flat. Like, are you like in real life or digitally? I'm so confused. Another important aspect will be how, when we make the mold, how we choose to stipple or paint in the latex. That will be a determining factor of how good these appliances turn out. I might try and make one of these appliances out of watermelon or Baldies, which is a bald cap material that actually disintegrates with acetone or alcohol. And it can, that way you can get really nice edges. It's pretty cool when it happens. Digital, okay. Yeah, you've been pumping out the work lately. Oh my god, I could totally see that. For my project in school, where we had to use food to create an effect, I made my own custom frosting out of butter and a few other products so that I could use it as like a sculpting base, and then I used brownies that I baked in a certain way in different shapes and turned my then girlfriend into a tree. Like I used the brownies as bark and I used the frosting as like a mortar between each of the brownies. I mean, I look at it now, this was years ago. This is like 12 years ago. Not a fan, but at the time, and I mean, I guess for my limited resources at the time, I was pretty happy with it. It was a lot of fun, but talk about sticky. The frosting was mainly butter and sugar. And once the photo shoot was done, or like while we were wrapping up the photo shoot, you know, basically the frosting was melting. The frosting, which was sugar and butter, was melting. Talk about sticky. It's crazy. Yes, Noah, I am turning the can upside down, spraying it on, and it freezes it. So, I mean, like this one I haven't sprayed at all. It's fine. I mean, I can touch it and it doesn't destroy it. But when you're doing certain types of things with sculpting, the colder and thus the more rigid it is, the better detail you can get. Now that's how you get ants. Yeah, she wasn't too happy with me for a while. But you know, tough titty said the kitty. But the milk's still good. Yeah, I didn't care. Who did their food? Someone did a food project on me. I don't remember what it was. I tried to avoid being a model as often as possible. When we were in the classes, you had to share. You like, if you did an effect, chances are you had to have an effect done on you. And I hate having makeup applied to me. I hate it. Some people love it. I hate the feeling of makeup on my face. I hate the feeling of stickiness on my face. I am a lousy model for people to do that shit on. My wife's a barber, and I can't even let her cut my hair anymore because it's not even I can't let her. She probably doesn't want to, because I am a miserable fuck when it comes to having to sit still and like let someone work on me. Like it just doesn't go bode well for them. Cool it down because we're gonna do that those striations now. And it's a bigger piece, so it'll be a little bit easier to do. Yeah, I saw that. Give me a second. Oh. That's not terrifying. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. It's completely fucking terrifying, but it's coming along. It's coming along. What kind of texture are you trying to get? Little witchy things. This music's not terrifying. Oh, Jesu Domine. Also, I had someone do SFX on my hairy ass arm once, and it sucked trying to get all the latex off paint. Yeah, dude, it's no fun. Yeah, that's why I hate wearing makeup. Hmm. Well, I wish I could help with that texture, but I don't know. You're using Procreate, yeah? Little witchy things? Because I don't know shit about Procreate. If you're using Photoshop, I might be able to help you, maybe. Oh, Clipsuit, yeah, even more so. No fucking clue. For I am useless at the Clip Studio or the Procreate. Useless, I say. Yeah, free hair for SFX. Yeah. Dude, actually, they talk about something that's miserable is wearing like fake beards. Oh my god, I hate that so much. Okay, so we're gonna cool this down real quick. Blep! That's the sound effect of cooling things down. Blep. Yeah, I hope you can see it okay. I mean, my screen that I'm monitoring the stream at so far away, I can't really see. So hopefully you guys can see, you know, a little bit better. It's all about layers and different, like I said, it's layering your texture techniques and keeping things cold. It's really until you need to heat them up, like I'm about to do right now. And you can go too far with the heating. Like I think I might have gotten a little heavy up there. But so this stab wound, I envision it being more in a really fatty area. So stomachs, you know, underarm, something like that, right? So that's kind of where my thought is. So I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do a little bit more texture over what we just did. And fingers crossed that I don't break the plate. I mean, it is acrylic, so too much heat and cold transfer, if I'm not careful, could, I mean, in all theory, it could just break it, right? That's not happening today, folks. It's not happening. Logged out. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. Good luck with any photo editing you're working on. This is awesome. What is on the other end of your handmade rake tool? Another rake? Yeah. Two different styles. So this one's more bent. So it's curved. But this one is straight. So this one digs them out more. I don't use this very often, but I do on occasion. So to answer your question, technically speaking, it is absolutely another rake. You are right. For anyone else interested, yes, I go through a shit ton of canned air. Canned air is my homie. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna torch it. Hopefully, get a far enough away torch. Okay, guys, for Reddit, kind of show it off a little bit. We got our bullet hole and our cut. Let me show you the thicknesses here. I think that's important to know. Very thin, right? Not as thin as that one, but it is still thin. Nice little stab cut, right? Okay. Twitch, here you go. Twitch and YouTube. Let's see if we can show the thicknesses again. Very thin. We didn't get nearly as far as I was hoping. I was hoping we were gonna knock some other shit out, right? Very thin. Should blend very nicely. Very nicely to the skin. Yeah, should be very nice. So, Reddit, thanks for hanging out, Reddit. We're going to end you right now. So, Reddit, you guys are awesome. Come check out my Twitch, my Discord, my YouTube. Come do it if you want to see more cool special effects stuff. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace out. Now for Twitch and YouTube and all of you fancy, beautiful people who came over and hung out. Noah, thank you so much for stopping by on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get more people over here. I can do better cameras, better lighting, a little bit better audio, all that fun jazz. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you catch me on my next stream, which will be Friday. That goes to everyone. Little witchy things, thanks for hanging out. Logged out, thanks for hanging out. Fucking Black Phillip, thanks for hanging out. I think we even had Turtle Forge show up today, guys, who did all of my emotes over on Twitch. So everybody, Thank you for hanging out. Friday, we'll be doing another art stream. And then Saturday, I think Black Phillip and I are going to get down on some Devour, which is a scary, scary, scary game. And I will probably scare like a scream. I will scream like a little girl. So thank you again, everyone. I really appreciate it. My time varies. So I'm on the West Coast and I start streaming at 4 p.m. on the East Coast. That's 7 is when I start, and I usually stream somewhere between 3 and 4 hours. Lately, it's been a lot closer to 3 hours. That'll be Friday, and then Saturday, who knows? I'm a crazy motherfucker. I might be streaming at crazy times. You never know. But Saturdays and Sundays I stream. But we're going to get down on a game called Devour, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to switch over to my ending stream, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't followed me on my social medias, please do so. They're going to be available on the ending screen. You can check them out. Join the Discord. Share your artwork if you haven't already. Much love. Everyone have a great night. Peace.